before I saw on the Vice show with Philip about the sister, the young sister, but now she was preteen, 12-year-old girl that's of African American descent that had a rope around her neck. 3 white guys in her school, private school, in Blanco County, I think it's here in Texas somewhere. They tied rope and dragged her. Then the people in the field, on a field trip, they put Vaseline and they try to back the story up and like in defense of what happened and try to act like and not tell the mom what happened, which is very against the law. They're supposed to inform the parent. And I'm going to speak on different perspectives on this. I'm in for the sister, okay? So don't go in and try. But I'm not for let's solve surrogate situation, okay? Now, they should put those 3 young men in jail. Okay, this young lady had no reason to go through the situation. She there for a field trip, and if she was going, what color is, it's supposed to. That school's supposed to teach diversity and multiculturalism. That's one thing, and yes, that's true that these 3 knucklehead racist teen redneck, preteen redneck folks. And I don't want nobody come on my channel talking about being racist or white folks. If you know me from my videos, you know that I identify as myself as multiracial. I do have white in America besides black DNA roots in my family tree, and I do not go along with the one that's say African American descent because Sister 19's mixed herself with the one drop. Black blood makes you whole, which is no longer lost in 1967. I don't go with like blood quantum and all that other stuff. Whatever in your roots is part of who you are. So, but I'll call them rednecks because anybody that's white and liberal will tell you they call rednecks who are white racists. Okay, so don't come on my channel calling me a racist. Yes, I use the word coon and redneck and all other stuff. Okay, and all other stuff because I'm talking about the stereotypes that folks portray. If you don't understand where I'm coming from, hello. So they sit here and did this sister wrong. If I was the father of this little girl, or this 12-year-old girl, I would have been furious. I would act a fool. The black, the Irish, the Native American, the French, and English would come out of me. They would have to call them laws, and I wouldn't give a damn about going to jail behind my child. Y'all heard me say it's before. If anybody abused my child, I don't care what your color are, I'm going to act a fool. I go to jail behind my child. Trust me, okay? So, and I would sue them $1 billion of their private school. Yeah, they got money because you got to pay to go to school. They ain't public school. Hello. So, and it's very true. And I have to sort of agree with Philip and disagree about that some of us are not taught to be racist. I'm going to reveal myself. Okay. Remember I talked about the Jesus Flores murder? And I said that both African American and Hispanic people in Houston are taught to be racist in their household, just like the white racist people are. The reason why I'm so advocate and so extreme about multiracialism due to my roots is because I have family who went along with the one drop rule, who was when there's no longer law, and then I had to inform them that who were racist. For some Hispanic and white folks, and also within their own community, if someone was light or dark or that type mess, okay? Because we mix, we don't look alike, okay? We come in different shades, so yes, they are racist in the Cocoa Black school. When it comes to different shades and color, hair textures, folks fight. If you got long hair as a woman, dark or light skin, whatever you are, you can pull your hair, even if it's perm or naturally straight or whatever, curly. Come on now, okay? You get picked on being the darkest one or then the high yellow one, look close to white or look like a white person. We have folks in our family and in our community look like white people, okay? Due to that one drop mess, okay? So that's why we have folks who look exotic, Hispanic. Oh, you don't look like one of us, you get picked on. So if you're a camera, like it's like in between, you have folks who are darker than you who resent you for not looking like them, and you got folks who are fair skinned who don't want you around because you're not as light as they are. So I mean, you're lighter, but you're not as light as they are close to white, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? So trust me, I know. So I mean, I didn't have the color issue on that as I got older, but I always was put on the pedestal for being a camera compared to lighter shade, not dark. You know what I'm saying? I never was called dark growing up. Only one incident someone did, but it was few. But when I went to white schools, yeah, because all a white person or a Hispanic person who are like, because most of the people in my school who were Hispanic were mostly like lighter skinned Hispanics. They were darker skinned Hispanics, and they were Mexican descent mostly. But Mexican, like any other Latino group, they have Spaniard and American and African, even though I don't want to mention that part, but they do DNA. So they come in different shades too. But most of my school, when you saw my class, my yearbook, most of the Latinos that was there, Mexican or other Hispanic origin, were lighter skinned, light skinned Hispanics, as in their community, fair skinned. Us is light and dark brown. Okay, so therefore, and I saw racism in between them, because you had those who were born from Mexico or born outside the United States, some other Latin American country. They was called the B word by those who were born here. Okay, you had those who were darker, lighter. That situation, I never forget when I was in El Paso, Texas, mostly Hispanic, and I had friends who were Latino, who were families from Mexico. If they were born here, that they did first generation, they still had that accent and everything. You have Chicanos call them the W, call them scheme of language, or whatever that. Okay, yeah, they would call them that. You had those who were darker, almost close to my complexion, was called pinche negro. Okay, for real. Two dark skinned Mexican guys I know. And one of them have relatives, and we have grandfathers from Veracruz. And Jarochos, they call me Jarocho because they're Afro-Mexican. Okay. It's called because I speak Spanish. Okay. So, when I was there, the two of the lighter skinned Hispanics would call it, and I was like, "Are y'all talking to me?" They said, "No, we talking." And the dude, they were talking to the dark skinned Mexican dude. And they call him nigga, get out of the face, nigga. They would call him all type of niggas. Okay, they sure did. And he turned his head and walked away like a sad face. Then I had a friend who's a darker Mexican dude who's not as camera like me, but a little light brown. Okay, and because I'm a medium light brown. Okay, so he was about a couple of shades lighter than me, but not fair skin, and his nickname was Negro. I mean, if you go on his Facebook, it's Negrito. That's his nickname, okay? And he's Mexican, okay? So, I saw that, and you had those who would talk bad about each other. So, same thing when it comes to African American schools, you have that as well. The lighter one, the dark. So, I get tired of hearing, well, in black schools, you don't hear that. Yes, you do. Okay, you get beat up. Your man will get a neck round your head, but y'all get beat. We get, get beat up if we get into a heat of argument. And someone say you think you high yellow, you think you light, you still think you white, blah blah, or you whatever, dark, whatever. You dark, black, as tall, all that other stuff. I heard it growing up in my community, so please don't tell me that mess. Okay, it's nothing safe anywhere. Okay, but going back to this here. The parents should have brought this child into a predominantly school that is very mixed. That diversity at the private school is very advocated. That's one thing I noticed, that Blanco County is a small town, and even though I got relatives in a small town, I don't even want to put myself in that situation. Okay, it's racism in city schools and that type of thing. But small rural towns, I just don't, especially in the South, I just don't find it there. You know what I'm saying? All the time I go to a small town to go visit some relatives, my great grandfather, you know what I'm saying, who my mom said I wanted that white looking great grandfather, he had a grandfather who was like white, okay, that was him. He's 97 years old. He come down to Houston. You know what I'm saying? He still drive. Yeah, 97. It'll be 97 this year. You know what I'm saying? That's all the time. But in other relatives who live in small family reunion. But to live there, stay there, and mingle with the people in there, and I know what these people live and how they live. No, I just don't do small towns. Okay, when I went to Alabama, we stayed for the summer walk last year. We stayed in the lobby, right there, and we was at the car lodge with their brother, and I had prayed. Because it was mostly minorities, people African American, Latino, Asian. One particular pure white woman that was a preacher for us, who went to the summer last year. And I prayed. I said, Lord, please do not let us have them KKK folks near us. And it didn't happen. But instead, I met white people who was nice and kind and get along. I was shocked to see that when I was in summer. Even as racist that I know, but they was working together and friendly and calm and nice and everything. White folk, and I never forget my mother when she was dating a truck driver. She told me that herself back in the early 2000s that the white folks that she was in Mississippi and Alabama, they were racist towards her and her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, she was shocked to see that, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? So, And you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, when I was in the office, and I was trying to see Hispanic people there, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't Mexican, they were Guatemala. I was speaking to one of the organizers, I told it was dark skinned sister, and the Spanish woman who's Venezuelan, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling the Venezuela, I said, these people from, South America, you know what I'm saying? They're from Guatemala. And she like shocked, because, cause I be speaking Spanish to all that. You know, y'all know, man, I speak all that, even on a trip, we'll speak Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And he like, dang, who this brother speaking Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to a Latino high school. So, that type of thing. So, therefore, but going back to this case, I will be furious, and I will sue them, and they sit here covered up for these 3 white, racist, redneck children. And I'm sorry that I have to blame the parents. They're not grown yet. They don't know yet. And just like all of us who came from racist families, because how we classify what we are, because I have many of us are mixed, like my family, they're not pure black people. They're mixed with black, white, named Merc, okay? Different shades and all other stuff. But I have some people in the family who are racist that I did this myself from. I had one auntie, great aunt, she deceased, and she hated Mexican people, for real. And I went to Hispanic school, so I would not see her. All the times I was to a funeral. You know what I'm saying? I did not go see her because she was, first of all, you teach me God, and then teach me race at the same time. And I'm like, wait a minute, that don't make no sense. So I can relate to some of these white people who come up racist because you have family members who try to encourage you to be racist, even deny your mixed heritage. That's why I'm so big about claiming my multiracial roots, because I'll be a hypocrite if I hate somebody that's Native American or white or even an African. We have some of them folks in the family who don't like African people. Yes, they see things different from, even though we're mixed and we look more African than any other ethnicity in our roots. You have folks that here in this country who hate African people, period. And you have Africans who don't like us. That mess, okay? And I saw that, you know what I'm saying? And as a child, hearing that we're a black American and not African, we're not from Africa, that was the big concept growing up as a child, okay? And I would prefer, it was hard for me to deal with the word African American because I'm thinking primitive. I'm not foreign besides Native American roots. I'm a foreign in this country. That type of, hearing white folks say you go back, that type of mentality comes to your head, and you think of, I grew up in the 80s when we are the world, and you see the civilized part of Africa where they have towns and businesses like here in Houston, which you do have that in industrial area, and you know what I'm saying, businesses and everything, and nice houses they don't show on television. They show the folks in the trees running around in the jungle without no clothes on, like Whoopi Goldberg sell African Red Lights, put some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? So that we saw it flies on everybody. So to us, we like, well, we don't want to associate with that. We ain't for that, African ancestors, but we don't want to associate with that. You know, so it was a big issue, and I prefer African American sometimes over black because I don't look like the color of this doggone do-rag, okay? So, I have an admiration complexion. I'm not dark chocolate, okay? So, that's why. But hearing that, so we had all the aspects of racism, and some, not just me, those of my family, but other people that I knew growing up, okay? You didn't hate like white people, you didn't like Hispanics, you didn't like Africans, you didn't like other Afro-Caribbean people, you didn't like Asian people. They go to the store, they be rude to you. Next thing you saying the word CHINK and all other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And as a child, you're trying to learn against that because you're taught in school and media. It's one thing back in the 90s, in the 80s, and media was totally different from it is now. That have love for all races. That you're just as human as for everybody. You're not, better than nobody. And if you're a victim of racism and you want to use the total we can't be racist because we don't have power mass, then you don't engage in racism, so you won't not be called a racist. That's why I say I'm totally against that. We don't have power in our racist reform. We call it reverse racism, is because you're taking us, even though you don't have power, the people in power, you acting just like them. I said about the Josue Flores murder. Latino and people African American were being racist online, taking clues from white people who are racist towards them. And that's why I made the video about Trump should win, even though I don't want Trump to win, because y'all not doing it to stop the problem. Y'all going along with the problem. You know what I'm saying? So, but this situation with this young girl, Her parents should never have let her go to this school. Not because it's mostly white, but if it's not racial diverse and it's not advocating diversity, you're not teaching Black History Month, Hispanic History Month, you can even put Irish. Hey, I got Irish. Irish History Month is March. You're not putting American history, Asian Pacific. You're not teaching diversity in your school and to respect all people. If it's supposed to be a private, and if it's a doggone Christian school, whether it's Protestant or Catholic, y'all need to be slapping the doggone face. Knowing that I ain't perfect, but y'all can call out Jesus and y'all let this go on. Hello? Point is, you can't sit here and say that, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're not talking to tell everybody to love everybody and see each other as one and we all human at the end of the day, then my kid's not going to that school. Okay? I want my kid to learn all cultures, all races, all history of everybody, and then plus since we have a mixed background on my background African American, Irish, French, Creole, and Native American, and English, and whatever my wife is going to be, whatever she has her family tree, I want my kids to know the diversity within our roots when they leave the house, before they leave the house, and when they're going to school, so they know that within their DNA, from my part of my DNA, and the mother of my kids, the wife of my, because I'm planning on getting married, I had a baby mama, the wife of my doggone kid, you know what I'm saying? She has whatever she have in her, and I do like mixed women, okay? Of all, different shades. I like exotic looking mixed women. I will admit that whatever she got in her, we contribute that child together. And if I go with a sister here, she's still mixed too. Now she dark alike. Let's be real, okay? White or so-called, if there is such thing as pure white in this doggone country, but it's hard to tell when they make sure they people look white, okay? Not coming different shades and hair textures like us, okay? So you know what I'm saying? They did make sure of that. Us, we have no excuse that we're not mixed looking every day, different shades and hair texture, okay? And eye colors and stuff like but Terrence Howard, green eyes. There were no brother, but that colored the green eyes on the ship. Hello? So that's why I want my kids to know the diversity from my DNA and diversity from my girls, my wife's DNA, and we have those kids. And they know that they mix from us, and then the multicultural is taught at home. We also learn other cultures as well. So therefore, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? If they know when they go to school, they're smart. They like all the teachers will be shocked to know about. Oh, you know about this? Dang, who taught you that? Well, the mom and dad taught you because we wanted to learn all cultures and all. And I even thought about as growing up, my kids different names or different cultures, including an Asian name that's not even, they don't have an Asian parent, okay? Because I want them to have that diversity within. I want them to know what is, all different cultures and heritage, so they can be educated, so they would not have this superiority thing and ignorance. Because when person get out, please understand this: if you're claiming to be the awesome, at least don't not be ignorant, okay? God dog it. You know what I'm saying? These folks who are like the three white dudes, they think they're superior, but they're ignorant as hell. So why the hell you gonna be claim to be superior, but you ignorant to other races and treat people like shit? If you're gonna be superior, at least be close to God and try to be the holy and thou without committing to act like this. They don't know us to have a cool clan. You're not claiming to be superior race, but you act ignorant. You be abusive. You're rude. You're cruel. You hate. You want to be the savage. You want to call somebody else a savage who's of color, but you're doing savage stuff. You're raping, you're killing, you're sodomizing like they did that brother down there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All the other stuff. You're doing all these inferior type mentality because the inferior type of the savage type mentality that you're portraying. So you're proving that you're not superior because only God's superior, and it's not an act of God to commit this type of behavior. Am I correct? Yes, I am. So, but point is, I want my kids to be intelligent, not ignorant. And these three white dudes that did to this young sister were ignorant as rednecks, and they should be put in jail. They should be put their paper that they do if when it is a person who has to be a thug, that be African American or Hispanic, put their face on the media. Okay, we'll put these white thugs face expose their face. I don't care if they are minors. They shouldn't do what they did to the sister. If you're three white, black identified brothers of people African descent who did this to the white girl or y'all put their faces all over the damn doggone media and mention their names, their mama and daddy, criminal records, and all that other crap. But y'all sure protect these 3 white dudes. And I don't care about them being a minor. They did not act like minors committing this act. So since they should be charged as adult for attempted murder. That's attempted murder when you put a rope around and drag somebody. Because she is lucky to be alive today. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. Instead of going after the 3 boys, I'm going after if that was me, I go after the parents and knock them side of the head and pistol whip they behind if I had a pistol. Y'all lucky that's not my daughter out there, because I'll act a fool. Y'all thought about the ISIS. Oh, I won't kill no innocent people. I just go after the parents. That's all I have to say. I don't making no threats, because it's not my daughter, so don't come after me making threats. But if it was my hypothetically speaking, if this was my daughter and it happened to my daughter or my son, oh yeah, forget the little 3 kids that don't know no better. I'm going after the doggone grown ass folks who think they know better and ain't know better. It's acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? I know being a visionary is good, ain't good, but they let me get away by law. We gonna have, you want to go do the illegal way or the legal way? We can do either one of the two. Y'all just lucky that that's not my daughter. Okay, y'all teach these kids how to hate. That's how they learn it from, and it ain't coming from you. Coming from your dog, auntie, uncle, whoever's doing this, or great or grandpa, whoever, grandma. You know what I'm saying? So. But I'm glad that as a child, I learned about my diverse roots and learned about multiculturalism, multiracialism in me and other people and stuff. Taught me to have a different persona and not have this hatred of all different races. Because at the end of it, I got mistreated from everybody growing up. I'm just telling you like it is. I can't pinpoint who's better than this. I had sisters did me wrong, brothers did me wrong, different shades, hair, texture, whatever. I had white folks do me wrong, male and female. I had Hispanic folks do me wrong, male and female. So my question is, who would I have to hate? You know, I had my own parents did me wrong. You know, and I will admit that I do, it's not God thing to hate my enemies, but it's not based on race, it's on the individual. Remember, I'm an individualistic person, I'm not a collective person. So, like I was telling somebody at work, I hated what happened yesterday. I blasted, my bipolar just came out. At our job doing break, and I brought my ribs I did for Juneteenth. There was no soap in the kitchen, and usually soap for us to wash our hands, all the clean stuff. And I was telling the ladies in Spanish, can y'all bring some soap? So it's a tall Hispanic man, Latino man, 19, Chicano, with gray hair. I don't care about him being old. I'm almost 43 years. I told him off because he joined my conversation where I was talking to them, not them. Someone left, and I'm like, I'm the bad person here because I was not talking to him, and it was his conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm mad, and I guess and then the sister, the Creole sister, talked to my V about this under my supervisor. I went on for her too. I did, because she told me why who was it being mean. I told her she being mean, and that's how I talk to people. And I did tell her in front of everybody, I hate my enemies. I don't care who they are. You know, I know it's not right to hate your enemy because we're all sinners at the end of the day, and nobody perfect but God, but godly. Why are they circulating my doggone life as I get older? You know what I'm saying? So I deal with family, people at school, where we teachers, students, whatever, and co-workers, supervisor, and that's why I have that mentality, because I used to be gullible. You can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you have to prove they're trustworthy to them. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust nobody. So that's the reason why I have that mentality. I can't pinpoint who's right, because even here in the hood, I got brothers who don't like me and some sisters don't eat. Okay? I don't even have no brotherhood or friendship with these brothers because I don't act like they start on stereotype. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got to deal with redneck white folks in the other side of the town of Houston who don't like me either. So, you know what I'm saying? And then by me mentioning my multiracial background, oh, that's enough. And I'm not denying my roots for nobody. If I want to lie about something, at least I lie for me, not for nobody else. But it's the truth. I am multiracial, and I'm very proud of it. That's how my behind got here. My parents are not pure Negroes. Hello. Alright? So, I'm very proud, especially being part-day American in the United States. Nobody can tell my ass to go to Africa. Hello? You know, especially if their family come from Europe and they didn't come in there, no name American, then they up in here. Hello? So, that's the reason why. Okay? So, you get my point, and we need to stop change our mentality. Okay, those in Afghanistan, instead of having segregation, because we don't have, because even segregation, they had to pay bad tax and all that other crap, brown paper, hair comb, and they still to this day, you go on African American descendant colleges today, HBU college, they still practicing that mess today. Okay, you can't sit here and say, oh, well, the black school is going to be better. No, the hell it ain't. I live in a ghetto. It ain't better for me. Then I said that a part black Hispanic thought, and her thug brother, the dog having me dark skin, her boyfriend having me a brother, come in there trying to kill me over this thought that I don't even want. Okay, trying to do the white racist man job. That's why I say I wish I had my pistol. I sure did. I ain't care about him being part of the black race. If he was white ass though, I shot him too. Shoots. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to me with that mention of over a thought that I mentioned her name from a friend. And I never try to sleep with this thought or even kiss this thought. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can't see. That's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking on it because you're gonna have evil people wherever you go, and that's why I do believe in guns, because the cops are not gonna be there for you. They'll take 20 hours to get to the crime scene. You probably be there, pass out, and probably in the ambulance. You probably be in the hospital before in 2 hours, in 2 days, or something. They don't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So that's why I do believe in Second Amendment right to carry a pistol, open carry. You know, stand ground law, because these folks of any race are idiots. And trust me, if I had my pistol and I live in public house, I'll be carrying a pistol. Trust me, if they put their hand on me, try to fight me, it might be their last day of living. And they can't get mad at me because they stupid enough to come step to someone who wasn't bought in the first place. Or wasn't trying to start it in the first place. That's one thing I understand. I understand if I can't harass you and try to bother you and try to cause tension. Yeah, it's my fault. But if I didn't come there and do that, don't come and do it to me, will make you think it's right to do that. So that's my point. But this girl here, my heart goes out to my prayers, go out to her and the family. But the mom need to stop letting that girl go to that school and go to a diverse school. They advocate multiculturalism and diversity. If they're not advocating that in their school, they don't have to be shouldn't be homeschool or whatever. Okay. Because they're not advocating diversity and multiculturalism, respect each other's cultures and religion, whatever. They're not advocating that in the school or race or whatever. That they don't need to be in that school. She don't need to be in that school at all. And they need to sue that school for $1 million. I sure will. I will rip all that money out at the courtroom. Making $40 million or $400 million. Y'all don't want to fool me. Yes, I will make you broke. Trust me, I will. And we live on the hill in a mansion, so they do not play me, y'all. Okay, so that's how I am, you know. So, but what y'all think about this? Y'all think about that? And like I said, I don't want no racist comment. I don't want no N-words. I don't want no anti-white words in my... Please, y'all know I identify with all my damn own roots, okay? So I want nothing about hating black folks, hating white folks, hating anybody on my channel. Y'all cut up that shit out, okay? Please. Alright? Because at the end of the day, we got to deal with enemies of all colors. And trust me, at 36, over 37 years old, I had to. Those in my family, those in school, those whatever at the job, even with this old tall Latino guy and this sister here at my doggone job, I had to go off on. And I did not want to be disrespectful, but they pushed that limit. Okay, and I still got my job because my sister, head supervisor, sister as well. I'm sorry to tell their business, they don't even get along. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She tired of her. The woman was complaining last Saturday, was complaining about how she was acting towards her. And I'm looking, I said, for real? But you act mean towards everybody else, that's how I talk. Well, yeah, they gonna get put out. That's why you doing what we doing. You're not doing the supervisor. And this woman don't even want to. I'm swear, they open that position. I am going to ask, can I put my application in to be in that position? Baby, I'm a boss, okay? I'm not a submissive person. I am a Leo. That folks don't get there by now. Okay, I'm sorry, you cannot put me in submissive. I do like things my way, how I done. But if I be in a position as a leader, you're going to see that naturally, the natural skills come out of me. Okay? Because I never saw myself being submissive. When I always watch slave movies, I just want to cut my throat if I was in that position. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even want to be. I'm serious. I don't think of myself as being submissive. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If I was in a relationship with these women, Talking about what I'm talking about the black women ticket. No, I would never. I'm not a black any woman, white, whatever. You're not gonna be. If I make submissive to my own mama and daddy, you're gonna be submissive to your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I follow the rules so they can get a paycheck. But in my heart, I'm in school for entrepreneurship, not to be another worker to somebody else. It's not in me. You can ask my own family. And I refuse to be bowed down to someone else and let them walk all over me like a dog on cockroach. I'm just refuse. It's not in me because I see what's going. I foretell what's going to happen. I'm gonna be screwed at the end of the day. That's why. And I have dealt with that situation. That's how I know from past experience. So that's why. So I'm gonna ask my supervisor if they let her go. My head supervisor, you want somebody who gonna be there? Trust me, I'll be there. I need a high wage, and once I get my damn call, I'm getting tired of dealing with the buses, insisting the buses take long. I'm tired. Train does doggone too. I want everything on my own, so I don't have to beg for nobody. I hate living for other people. Okay, so I'm gonna ask her if they let this sister go. I'm gonna volunteer and say, can you put me in that position? Trust me, I do need to show my dude on true colors, true skill as a leader, and trust me, we gonna get it done, and I'll make sure it'll be done. Hello, okay? I'm refused to be the submissive. Okay, I want to show my leadership skills. Even when I was in Jocko, they had me in leadership. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to run for president. And trust me, if I was the president of the doggone student government in Jocko, I would have everything on to the T. But they didn't want to give you had the thugs or different shades, whether it be a brother and sister or a Latino. I'm sorry, not to be stereotypical. They voted for the people in there who did not do shit for the doggone student government back almost 10 years ago. They sure didn't. You know, I'm trying to bring cable in our doggone Jocko. I was going to try to get things done. If one of them doggone staff members act a fool, go talk to the center director. I was going to help everything. Because I was there for the students. It wasn't for me trying to have a platform. It was for the students. Because it ought to be a leader. You have to be for the people. And I do believe that, hey, Jesus was like that too. He said, whoever wants to lead has to serve. So I'm sorry, I ain't perfect, but I do believe in that. And some of the people who claim to be leaders don't get no respect from me because they don't act like a servant. Okay, God dog it. They're supposed to put themselves first, put the other people first, and that's how they get their respect. Hello? So that's the reason why. Yeah, I've shown that Devo attitude, but I'll be kind with it, and I will help the people at the bottom so they can be at the top. I've been one thing, my biggest role models in the African American citizen history is what's her name? Besides the perm and what she does, the high call, she didn't do perm. Master J. Walker, when she did her business, she taught the people in her company to be leaders, not to be her workers forever. And I said, I wish someone in the company teach me that. I don't want to be at the bottom all my doggone life. That's why I say about when they talk about black folk complaining about Mexican take away jobs. I don't want to live slave wage doggone jobs. I want to be at the top. I don't like Donald Trump. I want to be at the top of Oprah Donald Trump level. Hello, I'm sorry. Y'all who want to live at the bottom, yeah, kudos to y'all. But I like to live at the top. Okay, I just don't. No, I'm sorry. When the reason why I did not do my schoolwork and I failed first grade, when I saw Whitney Houston making all that money and getting all that fame and glam, that's what I want to be like. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be at the bottom struggling, 9 to 5, 8 to 5 job, whatever. I saw people like that, I said, no, it cannot be me. Let me be the celebrity. Let me be the one who's rich and making the money. Yeah, she making money for other people singing, but she getting a whole big paycheck too and living good. That's what I saw at 6 years old, 30 years ago. I said, forget this schoolwork here, which I didn't know better then. But I was like, doggone it. I don't want to be, if y'all teaching me to be a worker for people, hell no. Teach me to be someone like that. And both Whitney are both Leos. Her birthday is the 9th and August, and I'm later on in August, before the 24th, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because 23rd, you know what I'm saying? We both Leos. You're like, but no, she a Leo too, okay? Her birthday a couple days before mine. Okay, so therefore, you know what I'm saying? I like to be the top. I'm sorry. You can't put somebody who has the mentality of being the top at the bottom and try to make them be at the bottom, stay at the bottom. It's not natural. So I think some of our people can stop that slave mentality and think at the top. White folks do it too. God dog it. And Africans do it. When they come here, they trying to, yeah, they might do little side jobs, but they trying to be at the top. That's the whole American dream. But y'all love to be at the bottom and complain about Mexicans who take away jobs and Latino. But y'all love to be at the bottom. I'm tired of that mentality. That bottom mentality gets on my nerves. You never progress being at the bottom and choosing to be at the bottom. That's one thing that almost took my life, was the folks trying to teach me to stay at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The crabs and bottom don't care about you. Just like the white people who at the top don't care about, the racist one don't care. The crabs and bears don't care about you either. Let's say I just want to. I have two enemies. One outside of the community, which we share DNA with, the white racist people, okay, who at the top, and the ones at the bottom of all different shades and hair textures who happen to be of African American descent, who will go to crabs and bears. I have those two enemies right there. I can't be in the same room with them, okay? Because I'm thinking of being at the top, not at the bottom. But y'all like to be at the bottom. Like I was telling some, you should be proud to be on welfare. No, the hell, I ain't proud to be on damn fucking welfare. You know what I'm saying? I like to have my own. I don't want no government assistance all in my doggone based on how much money I make and all blah blah that. Hello, it's hesitating. And then too, you want your own food. Instead of having to get $194, I want $200 or more for groceries. Hello? Okay, so I want my own money. I don't have to beg for nobody, and nobody can take it from me. Get what I'm saying? So that's why I like to be independent and have everything my way in my life. It's nothing selfish about that. It's the people who complain about that want to take my life and make it theirs because they robbing something out of me. Get my point? So that's why, and I think that in this situation with the sister here, if we have that mentality and stop trying to beg and stop trying to and think at the top, and stop think at the bottom because we came from slavery, then we would progress as a people. If Barack Obama had that mentality, he would never became president. At least he had an African father. God dog it. Not someone from here with scrubbed up mindset. Yeah, I have to go there. Okay, so that's why. You know, you got folks who come out the country, out of the country, who make it, you got 10 times more money. And whatever they do, I learn from them. That's one thing about being hanging around Latinos. I learn from Latinos a lot of stuff. Being a hard worker. All that. They say, that exactly, you work hard. Y'all may talk a lot, but I work my ass off at the doggone job. I try to prove my point to people that I'm just as good as anybody else. Not be at the bottom and claim that somebody name it, claim it. Y'all stop with that misinterpretation of the Bible and then say nobody don't name it, claim it mess. Point is, I try to think about one thing about me. We believe, many of us, those who are Catholic, I'm sorry, and I ain't the perfect one, that faith without works is dead. If you don't put work in your faith, in James chapter 2, you're not gonna get nothing. A man that doesn't eat, doesn't work, does not eat. So that's why. And when I work the heck, I move fast, I drink caffeine. Caffeine is my drug because it keeps me going. You get my point? That's why. I don't care if I do get sick drinking caffeine. Long as it keeps, long as it ain't no illegal drugs. Long as it keep me going, make me do my school, make me do my work and everything, and keep me going, baby. You know, doggone well. I had a colonoscopy time over here. The diarrhea is part of the synthetic sugar I was using was the caffeine. I said, I'm sorry, y'all. I guess I have to die, whatever, because it keeps me going. Besides ginkgo biloba and ginseng herbs that I buy from Dollar Tree. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So it keeps me going. I gotta stay focused because I used to be told by my grandma, you ain't gonna make it, but I was there. So you have that mentality in your head. You know what I'm saying? You weak as water. I take ginseng to get energy so I can have that energy to move on and that caffeine. That's why. And I be the hardest worker because I'm trying to prove to all my critics I can do good just like anybody else. If we can have that mentality, we can rise above this. So that's my commentary to y'all. And stop trying to doubt. One thing I never understood this crap in my life. They will tell you, well, don't doubt God, and what else? Have faith. But when it comes to a situation like this sister here getting roped around her neck, I bet you somebody's telling her parents, they not gonna win. You know, it always happen. Why y'all doubt God like that? One thing I learned, even though I sometimes make the mistake of my own, when I almost got evicted, I'm still here, and I'm not evicted. It was back in 2012. I prayed, and I put my faith and works into it. Okay, so that's why. Okay, besides why I ain't commit suicide because of that. Okay, so y'all, I'm just getting tired, and then these three white dudes, they need to be put in regular prison. I'm sorry, I don't believe all minors go to regular prison. But when you commit acts like this, like they do one of us when we were young, okay, they could do the doggone same thing. Okay, it may be if you stay at a child's place, it's not be abusive, it's not listen to your wolf and sheep clothing parents, you will not be put in that predicament. But the parents should be put in it, they encourage you to. I'm sorry. Let me one thing about this. I never understood the people I talk about the kid thinking about under the downfall, and they would use this as this. Here the South is what they. I let you know. You have parents who use that verse, that commandment about honor your father and mother when they're teaching their kids wrong. Excuse me. Didn't Jesus say that if you love your father, brother, sister more than I am, the universal disciple I am in Matthew 10, that the enemies will be in the household? That's why I was disagreeing people said Jesus' family origin. No, he's not. Then he also said that those who teach the little ones to throw into the sea. I ain't perfect, but y'all can call Texas a Christian place when this stuff is going on. Because these white dudes were taught by their cocoa parents who probably believe in Jesus too, and they're not doing what Jesus tells them to do. We'll teach them to go kill people of color and think they were superior and they're not God. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't perfect. When I see that type of mess, that's why I don't listen to nobody when they talk about religion. They got to prove they trustworthy people about their religion. Okay, I tell it like it is. Even my own faith, okay? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a convert, by the way. I discern everything. Oh, they get mad at me when I'm in a confession booth because I bring all that stuff up. Yes, I do. And threaten to tell Pope Francis if they act a fool with me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I ain't been in a while, but yeah, I do. Okay? So it's not to brag, but don't act savage. Because there was savage within both when I left Protestant and before I left Protestant after. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. So that's why when anybody bring a religion up, I get very I do what I say Peter say in the scriptures. Well, he said that though the scriptures on the structure, therefore be on your guard. You're gonna follow your own civility. That's exactly what I do, even within. You know what I'm saying? Because we have heresies in the church too. Okay, so therefore. Heretics, you know, as well. So that's why. So that's, you know what I'm saying. I'm like that. I always discourage. And one thing about moderation and generation millennial, we have always had to see the people's BS when they talk. One thing, old school people, they're taught to overlook it. I'm glad I was not born in those days. We're taught to look at your hypocrisy. You teaching us, for example, when I was in Job Corps, I mean to talk about this for almost 40 some minutes. When I was in Job Corps, we had this thing called social skills, because they complain that the graduates did not have social skills of the workforce. And we had RAs and teachers who did not practice social skills their own doggone selves. They were rude, belligerent, just like the students. Okay, that's why we was rude back to them sometimes, because we was like, dang, how can you teach us right from wrong? But yeah, you're doing the same thing to us, okay? So when we talk about social skills, one particular RA, and I think I mentioned about tall Hispanic man, like white dude, was mean, cussing out in Spanish and English, taught everybody, because most Hispanic, he'll cuss them out. I understand they had some people acting foolish and stupid, but don't buy into, if you're the bigger person, please be an example of what you're talking. Don't try to teach us not to be there, we don't want to do the same thing. I hate that shit. Anyway, the point is, so he teaches us social skills, and I'm looking at him like, really? Not to act this way, but yeah, you cuss out. To a point sometimes I want to cut your ass out too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I hate when people try to teach me right from wrong, but they don't practice their own damn self. I ain't perfect either. That's why I don't let nobody tell me nothing. That's why I don't listen to nobody. I do things in my way and I let God. He said, I came for those who didn't seek me and asked for me. You know, when he talk about Isaiah in Romans 9, I think that Paul was talking about. So when he talk about all that type of stuff, that's when I realized that I don't need these people. He's big enough to tell me from here and there. Okay? You know, so that's why. But when it comes to these children, they should have that discouraging like I did when I was a child. There's one thing that us kids growing up in the 90s and 80s, we had that. And now they're teaching the millennials, they're teaching us hate, because the baby boom people who are ignorant got intimidated by us Generation Xers and Generation Y, I think. Yeah, those who were born in the late 80s, okay? So they did not like us, having discouragement, especially in the 80s, the 90s, when they're about to be liberal, because I'm a liberal myself, when we was taught that from the media, from the culture, to question everything and see if it's right or wrong in the first place. They hate that. So I remember seeing the baby boomers teaching the Generation Y and the millennials to not do that, to try to discourage them from doing that. And that's why you have these millennials, some of them practicing racism, because they will tell their parent in their own conscience, no, we're not being racist. That's not God. Like, you can get mad, you can whip me, whatever you can, but I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go tell somebody to go rob the store. Oh, no, no, mom, dad, I'm not doing that. That's not of God. And one thing I taught as a Catholic, that we're God's children first before we're our parents, because God is the authority in whatever says. God and the parent can't contradict each other. That's why he said, "Whoever love father, sister, brother, sister, me, or even yourself, or no disciple." Okay, so I ain't perfect. I'm cousin, preacher, whatever, but I'm not. But I'm letting you know where I stand, where I come from on this situation, all that. So when I see that type of mess, I'm sorry. I'm not being racist because you have hatred in your heart. Like I said about the Jesus Flores. Besides dealing with his racist Hispanic people who got black DNA and they roots as well, besides sparing they American mixed in and being hypocritical, I don't want African American people who are racist and anti-Hispanic coming to me trying to make me alone because I do bad about myself. If I want to hate a whole group of people, I at least will do it for my own self. I ain't gonna do it for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me to sin for your. At least if I sin for myself, I can talk to God and deal with that on my own while I'm on this earth, or when I do see Him before I leave this world, where I go to heaven or hell. You get my point? So therefore, don't sit here and try to tell me to do your sin for you. Do your own sin for your own sin. At least you can deal with God on that level, and I can deal with God with my own sins. You know what I'm saying? And like I can't point the finger on nobody. I point the finger on myself. I won't blame nobody for my stuff. But these people want you to go along misery loves company and want you to go along with their stuff. So that's why I say that. So with the three guys, you need to learn your lessons. You should be put in prison. And your parents, if they didn't encourage this, should be put in prison as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst child abuse in the world. To teach your child to hate somebody. And it goes, it's not just on the white people, I'm telling you, it's within the minorities as well. What you saw with Hostess Flores murder, and we saw the comment section in these news outlets here in Houston and on YouTube about this murder, about people going back, their parents taught, the black and brown parents taught their children that too. You know what I'm saying? And they thought that because they were a minority group, it gave them a pass. That's why I'm not for that. Oh, well, we're not racist because we don't have power mass, because it's giving them an excuse to be racist and copycat what white racist people did to them, to each other. Get my point? So that's all I have to say. Bye, y'all.